Dirty trucking. I'm telling you, this is absolutely nothing but a game that they've been playing with me. And they're in the final stages of this game. And you want to know how I know it's a game? And this is a game that they played with me about what happened to me at Warren Truck Plant. They have traumatized me for the last fucking time living in this motherfucking state. This is your last motherfucking time. This is a game that they've been playing, and you ought to be held accountable for what you've done. After I posted my story on TikTok, they immediately started playing that Warren Truck game. I put my story out on TikTok. They seem to think, I don't know what this is. These people, some Simon Says or some fucking idiots. I don't know what you are, but you're definitely an idiot. If you would sit up and play a game with somebody that puts them in a position where they lose their housing, they don't have an income, and you taking me back through stages of shit I done been through, and you think I don't recognize what's going on. Right now, let me tell you the phase I'm in right now. I'm at the phase of when I was put off my job and they cut my benefits off. Me losing my income is the section when I had my benefits cut off. Right after that, I was forced to take out my 401k. Now, I'm sitting up here scrolling on my social media, and something come up about looking for, 401k. Now, I had to draw out my 401k from Chrysler just to have some sort of income before I got in touch with the real estate agent to sell my house. This is nothing but a game. This is a sorry-ass game that you played. You had no business doing it. You done traumatized me and my motherfucking family here living in the state of Michigan, this city of Detroit, for the last motherfucking goddamn time. You sit up and played a game. You risked my housing. You risked my income. You risked my health. You risked my safety because you was looking for money. And you was playing a goddamn game. They've been playing games with people that sit up there was during the time when I was homeless. The bank that I chose to go to is a Louisiana bank. I knew a truck driver from Louisiana. That was the truck driver named John that I mentioned, that when I came home from trucking, I ended up staying in a motel. I had landed a job, and I was trying to save to get the deposit to move into a place that I had found. I asked this guy, could he help me with one weekly rate of the fucking motel? He told me no, he could help me with some food. And that's how I ended up leaving that motel and going in to the NSO, which was, at that time, that location was not suitable or had accommodations other than sleeping, sitting up in chairs. Now, you can tell me all kind of lies all you want to. You can treat me any kind of way you want to. But when the real legal or agencies find out what you have done, it's them you're going to deal with. So I advise you to stop doing what you've been doing to me. You need to stop. Because right now you keep getting away with stuff you ain't got no business doing. And this is absolutely a game that they have been playing. And we're in the final stages of it. You sit up and deliberately did something to me that caused me to lose my housing, to have to start calling the shelters, seeking shelter. They want to remove me from my apartment to get access to me now. This is my place of safety. Now, you done caused me not to be able to pay my rent. You done caused me to get evicted. You done hit the car and stop my income. So, you've done something to deliberately remove me from my place of safety. To have me in the streets for somebody to get at me, or I end up in harm's way, or laying up and sleeping up in a shelter for maybe harm to come to me or anything to happen to me. That's what you've done. And you done it deliberately. Been speaking to agencies, asking me where am I going to go. You are the agency that's supposed to assist me on where to go. Why are you asking me where to go? Ask me, you stay with family? 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 I know damn well you ain't asked me to call my family. The same family that got me fucked up at Chrysler. For what? I've never relied on or called my family, but they're absolutely playing a Warren Truck Plant game. And this is the final stage of it. I'm absolutely going through what I went through at Warren Truck Plant. And you sit up there and risk my life by setting up an accident for that car to be hit at a fucking light. This shit was deliberately done. And I swear to God, if I had the money to leave here, I would be gone. There's no way in the hell I should still be living in this state knowing what has been going on here. I shouldn't be. You've taken me too far back in my past. The life my son is living is fucking ridiculous. All because of that motherfucking Warren Truck Plant. We had a wonderful life until that shit happened. See, most people, when they fall on, when they start going through terrible shit, most people don't look back at what happened or who did you end up encountering before this shit happened. I do. I looks back at what happened to me before all this shit happened. Who did I come in contact with? Who did I recently call? Who recently got my number and I've been talking to? Who I've been around? I always know who was the new before the problem. Who was the insertion in my life, in my season of life, before this shit happened. I can absolutely tell you. It was after I met up and went on that goddamn cruise with my high school classmates. After that cruise, I come home and discovered they went in my apartment and switched my journal. Then the tail end of that year, then I ended up picking up younger writers. And they started dropping my 5-star. I absolutely can tell you who I end up encountering and what happened after I did. I always know. But I don't never want to believe that my association or my renewed association with these people may have led to this. Or the simple fact that I went on a cruise by right, I had the right to go to because it's my high school reunion. How dare someone sit out there and get jealous of me enjoying a right that I had for graduating at high school? With your jealous motherfucking sorry ass. And this jealousy or whatever the fuck this is has trickled down to this. You are absolutely playing a Warren Truck Plant game. They got me calling the same people that I was dealing with back then when I was going through what the fuck I went through. What the fuck is wrong with you people? I absolutely hate what's going on in this motherfucking state. And you can lie to me. You can gaslight all you want to. God knows what you did. I know what you doing. This is a game you should have never played. Because now, if you thought I was furious over Warren Truck Plant, I am enraged over what you've done to me now. You should have never played the game. And you're going to be sorry you did. And it's the last time you're going to fuck my life up like this and get me evicted or have my son dealing with what he dealing with, living like he living, or have me living like I'm living ever a fuck again. This the last motherfucking time you or this state or this city go do this shit to me again. Got me calling all over, and I can tell by the way I'm talking to these people. This is nothing but a motherfucking game. I'm tired of hearing about you ain't in office. I'm tired of hearing about you on a lunch break. I'm tired of hearing about you in a meeting. When I call to get something straightened out, I just called somebody right now, and the guy informed me, the lady that's able to look this up because it was so long ago, it's not in office. They're working remote. I said, but this Friday. What do you mean she's not there? She's working remote. Okay, well, you send her, she find this out today, right? No. Oh, then he switched to about she's in a meeting. How you know she in a meeting? You just said she was working remote. And now he said he's working remote. And then he go, the whole conversation, that's how I know you lying. You got people on jobs right now that ain't on the job. They're collecting hourly wages and you're not working. You're not at work. You're lying about why you're not in office. You're lying about being in meetings. You're lying about being on lunch break. You just not at work, and you're collecting billable work hours. And you're not at fucking work. And then when an individual contacts you, I get to hear the he was lying. He was lying. You gonna quit talking about you in a fucking meeting? You gonna quit telling me you at lunch? You gonna quit lying to fucking people? You gonna quit setting your voicemail to talk about you out of office to 2, 3, 4 days from now? You gonna stop doing that? That's why I can't get nothing to. Everything here is a game. And you ain't got nobody overseeing them to make sure that they're actually at work, doing their job, getting their hourly wage. And you know where this coming from? You fucking me out my job. And you want to fuck me out my job? I'm going to make sure you be doing your job. You going to do your goddamn job. Since y'all went out the way to fuck me out my goddamn job, I'm going to make sure you doing your damn job. And I'm going to make sure there's somebody that's supposed to be overseeing you to make sure you're actually doing your goddamn job. They need to check to make sure you're actually working, earning those goddamn billable wages that you've been getting since y'all been going out y'all motherfucking way to fuck me out my goddamn job. Now, we going to make sure you at work. And if you ain't work and you been sitting up there at home doing nothing, getting billable work hours, hey, you need to be out of a goddamn job like you did me. See, what goes around comes around. I'm getting tired of this motherfucking goddamn shit. You fucked me out of a goddamn job playing a motherfucking goddamn game. And I'm sitting up here being evicted from my motherfucking apartment, dealing with people who ain't even at work. Or if you at work, you using your position at that job to continue to play a fucking game with me. And I'm tired of it. I'm sick of this motherfucking shit. You done played this homeless shit for the last fucking time with me, and you gonna regret. You will regret you ever did this shit. Story boils down to, I'm dealing with a bunch of people that were jealous, they were envious, and they came around me with the sole purpose, and their assignment was to fuck me up on my damn job. You didn't like the fact that I was doing well with Uber. So you came around with your smear campaign, talking about I'm doing this and this and your accusations. And it was just between the writers and the actual Uber. Uber was doing the same thing. Then, when I started posting my videos and my nice scenery at this apartment, oh, now you're really jealous. Oh, she living in a nice goddamn place. Oh, now you're doing everything to get me out the damn place. And now you're successful with it. I'm being evicted. So I'm dealing with a bunch of haters, a bunch of people that went around and purposely and deliberately caused these stages of this shit to happen to me. And all simply because they were jealous. They were doing it here on my own damn YouTube. There were 2 individuals here that deliberately led a smear campaign on here. The very first one was the lockout man. The other one was that girl, that Gianna. Them 2, for the entire time that I've been here, she was new. But Lockout Man, I found out about him when I was in trucking. He latched on to me when I was in trucking. First, his videos was good and all this and this. He tried to hook up with me. I didn't want to do no whatever. Then it went from that to now she crazy talking all this other stuff about me. You led a deliberate smear campaign. You used your YouTube channel to lead a smear campaign against me. And they may be the cause of what's going on with me. It wasn't my videos. It was your smear videos. Your deliberate smearing of false information and misinformation and your interpretation of my attitudes in my own video. I have a right to express myself the way I want to. My videos is an avenue to express what I'm really fucking feeling that I can't really say to that motherfucker who doing this shit in they damn face without goddamn some shit happening. And you took my avenue that I express what's going on, why it shouldn't be going on, and you led a deliberate smear campaign. You never know. Between both of them, one of them may have been solely responsible for me getting hit at that fucking light. Her releasing that information about my lawsuit when that woman got shot in Henry Ford Hospital. She got shot and killed by her ex named Mario after she exposed my lawsuit on here. She could have been deliberate. She could have been responsible for that because it happened after she exposed that. You can't go around leading smear campaigns about shit you don't fucking know about. And these two individuals could solely be responsible for why all this shit is going on. It wasn't my damn videos. I have a right to complain about whatever. If I done approached the job, you not doing shit but lying to me, okay, well, I'm going to make a video about the lies and what you told me. See, even law enforcement tell you to document what's going on. And they don't say how to document it. It could be written, it could be recorded, or I could make a video. Long as it's documented. But you, man, paying more attention to how I'm saying it than what the fuck I'm saying. And that's the problem. All this shit is because it's somebody who ain't been identified yet that's highly jealous that you got me put in the motherfucking streets. I got to leave my apartment by the end of this month and go lay out up on a fucking tree with a blanket. Like a homeless person. You fucking bitch.